everything we are seeing, this appearance, is not reality. Divinize our relationship with humanity. And we are back with another daily ASMR reflection on the Daily Vedantic. I was going to do the whole episode ASMR and then sometimes... No, I was never going to do it in ASMR. But here is today's reflection, which I will do for you. I'll do that. I was always going to do that. Well, what if I didn't? Well, we'll never know because I'm going to. And here's the reflection for today, the one that I've been thinking about lately. And that is, I actually heard this in a lecture from Swami Sarvapriyananda's great sage on YouTube. Is one of the few. There's like 2 or 3 people that deliver great lectures on YouTube, and he's one of them. Very legit, extremely knowledgeable teacher, and just a great storyteller. And he was saying in an episode or a lecture recently, he said this phrase that this philosophy calls us to humanize our relationship with God and divinize our relationship with humans. And it blew me away. I've been thinking about that articulation ever since. And what a great reorientation towards the spiritual realm, to where we humanize our relationship with the conventionally ethereal, supernatural, not of this world divinity that is God, that is heaven, that is eternity. Instead of divinizing heaven as this distant, untouchable place that you can never really know while here, we're called to humanize it, to reflect on it, think through what would that experience of pure bliss be like? What would interrupt that experience? This philosophy is all about that. It is all about the here and now. Swami Parthasarathi, our teacher at the ashram, say over and over again that heaven and hell are not geographical places. They are mental states. They are states that we might weave in and out of in our daily life over and over again, but these are inner states. There's no caravan or bus that takes you and drops you off at heaven. This philosophy is all about getting there. But that there is not out there. It is here. It is here. It is now. We just don't see it. And we don't see it because we have, as St. Paul had, scales on our eyes. We have an appearance of something else happening, something else going on. The second greatest truth of this philosophy is that everything we are seeing, this appearance, is not reality. It is an illusion, an elevated version of a dream. And as crazy as that might sound, the example of a dream is such a great example, because in the dream, you touch, you knock, you feel something, and you say, well, this has to be real because I can perceive it. And then we all wake up. 30 seconds after waking up, say, whoa, that was wild. None of that was real, even though all of my perceptions try to convince me it was. And then a minute later, we do the same thing. We say, well, this must be real. Even though my perceptions are not the arbiter of reality, well, multiple times in the course of a day, because when I'm asleep, my perceptions completely lie to me on what's real and what's not. We wake up, a few minutes later, back to our old tricks. Well, of course, this is real because I can perceive it. And this philosophy, the second greatest truth of this philosophy, one of the oldest concepts in philosophy, from Plato's cave to this concept within Advaita Vedanta, is that we are not perceiving reality. There are perceptions, but they are misperceptions from what is really going on. The greatest truth, that's the second greatest truth. The greatest truth within this philosophy is you are that. You get to the deep end of the pool, you get to the end of the story, the last line of the last chapter of the metaphorical book of this philosophy, and it is, you are that. You are what is. You are reality, not this. You are Satchit Ananda. Truth, consciousness, bliss. You are that. Another translation would be existence, consciousness, bliss. You are existence itself, consciousness itself, bliss itself. Heaven, eternal heaven, is your natural state. It's not out there. It's within you. It is not this divinized, ethereal, eternally distant place that some might never get to because it's so far from them. It is not that at all. And to humanize the relationship, to not just humanize it of, it's next to me like the person sitting on the bus might be right next to my right or left shoulder. It's even more. It is the human experience. It is the experience. This existence, consciousness, bliss. The truth, reality, the truth is not this divinity 1,000 feet up in the air, living in the clouds. It is here, now, and within us. To humanize our relationship with the divine. Of course, the divine cannot be fully humanized. The divine transcends anything that we're perceiving, certainly any human qualities. That is part of the misappearance. But to humanize it, to bring it close, to bring it within us, symbolically as a practice, as an aim, as a high order pursuit. Such a beautiful articulation and reorientation when it comes to the divine. So many of us are used to. As this thing that's up there, out there, eternal, and eternally outside of anything that I can experience, which is the sad, conventional misconception when it comes to the divine. But the other side of the phrase is beautiful as well. To divinize our relationship with humanity. To see another and to treat them as if they are God. Your relationship with them is as important as your relationship with anything in the realm of the divine. As Christ said, if you want to be forgiven, forgive others. How we treat, which is such a profound, novel concept that is nowhere to be found in the Old Testament. This is a radically new approach to forgiveness. And forgiveness, the root of the word forgiveness, is to give completely. If you want God to give completely to you, well, the key that unlocks that lock is the forgiveness we bestow on others, is the giving completely to those around us. We've heard that 1,000 times, so we forget how profound that is, how radical of a concept that was historically. If you want to be given completely, this Christ figure said you must give completely. And the converse is true. When you give completely, you will be given to completely. In fact, that is the only way to be given to completely. If you want to receive completely, give completely. If you want to receive the touch of the divine, every touch point with everyone around you must be divine. Divinize our relationship with humanity. Every interaction with everyone you meet. This philosophy, as well as the words of Christ, calls us to approach that as if it is an interaction with the divine. Humanize our relationship with the divine and divinize our relationship with humanity. What a beautiful reorientation in conduct or relational dynamics with ourselves, with the universe, and with others. And that's today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time.